Okay, it's been about a year. I just want to give you an up-to-date of where Design Sleep is at, what progress we've made, what we've been doing in the store. When you walk in, you got some nice live plants that makes you feel alive and happy. This is kind of our welcome living room. So half of our business is home seating, ergonomic seating, and this is where we have people come in. When we get someone looking for a bed, first thing we do is we bring them in, we have them sit down. We usually have them sit down over here. And we'll spend about 20 minutes asking them what they sleep on, what their needs are. They're taking care of a mother with dementia in the house, like what's going on, why are they not sleeping? And then we can prescribe what we need to do from there. So typically we find out what they're sleeping on, what they've looked at, and different things like that. But we want to be able to prescribe a mattress. 90% of what we do is by appointment. So they're coming in as an appointment and they're checking that out. So that's that process there. It starts the process. Once we do that, we will move over and start teaching them how to test for a bed. This is our front desk. This is where all the sales are. Some of these things, we're trying to bring some authenticity in here. So some of these screens that you see, we're trying to make this commercial space more authentic. So we got a few of these pieces in here. The ergonomic home seating is probably our second best category in terms of what we're selling. And again, when someone's sitting there in a chair for 20 minutes, they're like, okay, I want to buy this chair. This also becomes the living room. So customers who've bought in the past will come back and hang out and chill out with us. And this is what that's going to be. This space here, ideally, will eventually be the stage for workshops, whether it's about yoga in sleep or meditation in sleep, so many things that we can bring in to the sleep world. Nutrition and sleep, have people talk about whatever they need to in using this as a platform. This originally was going to be a wall of video, and the wall of video wasn't to sell product, but it was something I saw in Cologne, Germany, where it's like, here's a picture of the ocean, here's a picture of France, here's a picture of, so it's a living wall, almost like windows. So this would look like a wall with windows to where? You could have someone sitting here and say, hey, where was your best vacation? And they say France, boom, Eiffel Tower there, some people walking by, it looks beautiful, and we continue talking. So that was kind of the idea of this, but at the same time, if I'm gonna give a little speech, hey, you need to get 8 hours a night, your REM sleep is for mental health, that's what this space was gonna be. And a big shift here being next to Whole Foods would be able to pitch sleep as wellness. So we're the wellness solution store for sleep, and that's kind of what we want to build this as a brand for. So the events that we can have and start doing some wellness workshops on sleep and stuff, that's what's going on right here. So that's kind of how it starts. The furniture here is so these are sofa sleepers here. This furniture is sustainable. This is bamboo furniture, so for our younger customers, it's more of a mid-century modern, but it's more bamboo. It's all sustainably grown and things like that. This is the magic. When we first started, who had organic cotton, who had merino wool, who had 100% natural latex? So organic got people to find us. And what we've been finding is that now people are coming to us because they've returned 2 or 3 bed-in-a-boxes and they're trying to find a custom fit. So this is a European slat foundation that was designed to be used for latex. I started selling latex in 1990. And so these things can kind of follow contours. We can actually make them firmer specifically by your lower back, softer by your hips. So each one of these things gets tailored, and this is how we tailor support. Here we start everybody where they can try what the mattress feels like with planks of wood and slats. So this is what we're gonna call a teaching station. We usually have a starting station, which I mentioned before. People sit down, they feel comfortable in our living room. And the idea of the living room was to bring more live plants. We wanted moss walls, we wanted fountains, we want more live things. And also, what we found is that, yeah, we have some product that is product, but at the same time, whether it's a screen or it's a gigantic roof upturned, you could have some really cool one-ofs that can sell almost as art. And so we're making this more of a gallery, but a living gallery, like the living room with live furniture here. So that has more of the organic feel, and how do you bring that in your home? Moss walls and all that stuff is in, it's hot, it looks great, and we want to have that more in here. We're doing a little bit here and there, but again, that was the real vision. We actually brought in these brick walls here. So once we get through this, and I've taught them how to test for pressure in the shoulder, what alignment feels like, we come into here. This was more of our high-end line. So we brought these bricks in from a place in Chicago. We had seen at Hampton Social, a nice high-end restaurant. We saw these bricks, we fell in love with them, so we drove up there. We bought our gong, we bought our screens and all that stuff there, and my daughter was living there at the time, which was great. But we loaded all that stuff, brought it back down here ourselves. What also happened was And actually, we couldn't find contractors. So Jessica, one of the women who worked for us part-time, she was the one who helped us with this, the Mosaic Institute. So she has her own business as a nonprofit, but they put the brick walls up for us. But this was originally going to be actually just different lighting. Obviously, we have $6,000 worth of track lighting that's still gone up. We just need to get the contractors into this and that. But that will happen eventually. So this lighting will go away. It'll be all track light, which makes a huge difference. This wall here was temporary for now, but this was originally going to be a wall continuing out here with the bricks. We have the bricks for that. And this would be factory windows that would be lit from the back. So we feel like there's that from both sides of the building, you're seeing light, like it's an open space. And so this has more of the studio look, and it's more high-end. So a lot of the high-end, uber high-end European brands like Duxiana and Hestings and all these things, that's where these go. We're actually in the process of working on like a $10,000 to $15,000 mattress. That's what we're excited about. So there'll be some tech behind that's going to make it really cool. So we're using a lot of components from some of these same high-end European manufacturers. Over here, so we go into, so we don't have, every mattress in the showroom has one side soft, one side firm. Our pillow top can be moved around, so as much as there's not a lot going on in here, there's still a lot of choice. And what I usually tell customers, I can confuse you with 20 mattresses, I can do it with 2, and I like to do it with 2 and everyone agrees. So when they sitting down with them first, limiting what they see, it helps them make a decision. Another really big thing for us is the is a way to bring people in is the oxygen pillow. I've been selling it for 16 years, and there's 13 sizes. So the sizes on these can be, so you get people fitted to a pillow, like shoes. Not that complicated, but it's a great way to get people in here as an experience. What can they feel? We try something here without having to be sold a mattress. So that works really well. My mentors in Upper Northern California do that for us. I was the rep for this mattress company for 10 years. I resigned when I lost my store manager. So part of the challenge was we lost 2 full-time people when we moved. We had a part-time person, us, and then the family who helped. And so it was all in. And so we're just now in the place where Kayla, who is over here, we got Kayla in, and that's been fantastic. So she started at the beginning of this year after a bout of COVID, but it's all good now. So that was getting the staff that we needed was a huge part. So we were able to get back into marketing and not just running the business, both deliveries, admin, and everything. So it was really tight for a minute. So this over here is our office. Here we get the kids' room. So if parents come with their kids, or we got, that's my daughter Lily. Say hey, Lily.
Hi.
Okay, and then so we have the ability to this is my office over here. Get a little vision board that's coming and going. But this was the idea of it's a little bit of isolation here. So if we have to spend time in, of course, family business, your daughter winds up with you a lot, so make a decent room for them. Get some stuff to do in there. And so that's kind of the lay of the land. I mean, where we really want to go, there's a lot more. This almost feels like a sketch to me of the original design. And so as we're going further, the biggest one right now is the lighting in here that I'm dying to change. I have, like I said, I have lighting, but I just need to get the funds to do the track lights and get that installed, even electric. So electric right now, all this was for the pet store. These are up here. You know, we can get just a few spots where we can actually get electric. So it's been a challenge on electric in this building. So that was a whole process, and I can explain that another time. But it was always a challenge to get that going the way we needed it. So here we are. Here's where we're at. And it's a sketch. It's sort of on the process. All this wood was originally planned to go on the walls, but it turns out it's a Class B building, and the stuff that's in the other places on the walls was grandfathered in. We can't put this on the walls, so we utilized the wood that was going to go on the walls to make these dividers. And again, what we wanted to do is monumentalize one of our most unique factors, which is the ability to tailor support. So one concept here, it's like a sleep number. We're like the sleep number, but natural, organic, with 3 times the material cost, all European components. And where we really want to steer this is not just going organic, but going to tailor-fit luxury beds. That's the mantra here. Now, what's been working for us, our customer base that was loyal from before, our sales are about the same. We're a little bit up because of convenience, but we're really not getting out into this local community, which has a lot of value. And so that's what I'm doing now. I just started going to the Rotary and the Centerville, heart of Centerville, and different places that the Chamber of Commerce. We just found the Optimist Club, which is fantastic. 300 members. It's like a Rotary, but it's as old as the Rotary. And this is the biggest chapter in the United States, and they've been around for a long time. So that'll be my dial in to get into it. But I couldn't get out there until I could get somebody in here so I could get out. So we've been super thin. Now I'm starting to do that face-to-face marketing, which is great. Getting excited about that. All this is bamboo furniture, very hipster-delicious. It's gonna be perfect for that age group and demographic. It does sell, but we've gotta get some cross-pollinization in from Whole Foods. Right now, we're not seeing traffic from Whole Foods. You know, I might get one sale or one customer a week, maybe as a pop-in. So it's not really cross-pollinization here. So we need to be able to figure out how to break that and get them in there. I can't put flyers in Jeff Bezos' bags over there, so that doesn't work. But our truck is out there in the lot and things like that. That's helped a lot. But so bottom line is this, is getting connected to the community. So the real plan is getting an open house here in a grand opening. We missed it because of COVID, so we wanted to do that again. And with these networks that I'm starting to build, we can get the town in, and then I can touch base with my customer base. But also maybe even if I push it off far enough, I can get these lights done, let's blow it out. So that's the real next wave of marketing right now, is getting that there. So, I mean, so this is our sketch, this is where we're at. It's functional, it's like we're treading water, great. But until I can really tap into the market that I'm in now, and really communicate that. So part of it is just self-care, like going out to the isolation tank and go out to chirotherapy and start meeting some of these people in this community, which I've had no time for when I was doing everything. So we're starting to get the staff. It was really challenging, but that's where we're at now. And so that's kind of the way it looks. Thank you. Everything's been great. Hardest year of my life, but I wouldn't change a thing. Our family's come closer together. We've been really making some strides. It's been absolutely fantastic, hard but fantastic, and I think we're turning the corner. So just giving an update where we're at, but we could use your support. We could use your support so the leftover, if there is leftover leasehold improvement where that goes up in there, or even the marketing and advertising, which would be great, because that's what we desperately need in this local community. It's just to pump out something here locally. Our hands have been tied. We've had situations like a COVID January, and the June when we opened was when everybody's mask went off and they all took out of town. It was my worst month in 10 years. So we've just been trying to balance all that stuff, plus not having the staff. So here's our challenges, help us. So that's where we're at, and we're excited. It's working great so far, but we definitely need to get me out there and to get some more awareness in this community. I think that's what it is. So currently, if I do the numbers, my numbers haven't changed that much. Cincinnati, Toledo is still 8% of my business, but getting this local 10-mile radius to really start buying here is what we need to do. And how do we get into that? That's advertising and marketing, which we have not been doing. So that's getting somebody in here, me, ability, not on deliveries and all this sort of stuff. We're just getting there. So again, we had, it was definitely owner phase one. You're just working, doing everything. And we're getting finally the staff that we need, which has been a super challenge, but we're almost there. So that's where it looks. So we'll be in touch. I want to come out in May and see you guys as soon as possible and talk some more. I got to go out to the factory anyway, so we'll see you soon, hopefully. Ciao.